Congratulations! You've just been born as a female spotted hyena, which means you've entered this world by tearing your way through your mother's pseudopenis. Yes, you read that correctly. Pseudopenis. Female hyenas have somehow evolved to have a reproductive tract that exits through a clitoris so enlarged and tube-shaped that it looks exactly like male genitalia, complete with a fake scrotum filled with fatty tissue. It's nature's cruelest anatomical practical joke. Your birth was so traumatic that there's a 60% chance your mother was a first-time mom who just died from the experience. That's right, your entrance into this world ripped your mother's fake penis apart and caused her to bleed to death. Welcome to existence, your first achievement, matricide. Even if mom survived, she's now walking around with the equivalent of third-degree genital tearing that will take weeks to heal, assuming infection doesn't set in first. She's literally sacrificed her genitals on the altar of reproduction to bring you into this world, so you better be worth it. Oh, and you weren't alone in there. You had a twin. Had being the operative word, because within your first hour of life, you've already started trying to kill your sibling. Spotted hyena cubs are born with fully erupted teeth and open eyes, ready for immediate violence. Siblicide isn't just common in hyenas, it's practically mandatory. You'll spend your first few days repeatedly biting your twin's neck, back, and face until they either submit to your dominance or die from their wounds. Imagine having to murder your way to the top of the family hierarchy before you're even dry from the amniotic fluid. Let's talk about your dining options. Your mother produces some of the richest milk in the animal kingdom. It's essentially liquid protein and fat with the nutritional density of bodybuilder supplements. The problem? It comes out of nipples located inside that same freakish pseudopenis that you just destroyed on your way out. Nursing isn't the peaceful bonding experience other mammals enjoy. It's an anatomical nightmare that requires you to somehow stick your head into what looks like your mother's penis to find the nipples hidden inside. It's like trying to drink from a water fountain that's been designed by H.R. Geiger with the express purpose of making hydration as awkward as physically possible. Your childhood will be brief and brutal. Unlike lions, where cubs are collectively raised and protected, hyena society believes in the sink or swim approach to parenting, with a heavy emphasis on the sinking part. About 25% of hyena cubs don't survive their first year. You'll spend your youth in an underground den where the strongest cubs monopolize the milk, the weakest starve to death, and cannibalism among siblings is just another Tuesday. Your mother will be absent for days at a time hunting, leaving you to battle it out in the subterranean Thunderdome with your fellow cubs. It's Lord of the Flies with more biting and less philosophical subtext. Now let's discuss your social life. Spotted hyenas live in clans of up to 80 individuals with a social hierarchy so rigid and complex, it makes high school popularity contests look like anarchist communes. Your position in this hierarchy is determined entirely by your mother's rank. If she's the alpha female, congratulations. You've won the hyena lottery and will inherit her status. If she's at the bottom of the pecking order, then you've just been born into a lifetime of submission, food scraps, and being everyone's favorite punching bag. The good news? As a female, you automatically outrank every male in the clan. The bad news? This means you're expected to be more aggressive, more dominant, and more violent than any male could dream of being. Female hyenas are pumped so full of testosterone and other androgens that they're essentially walking fury machines with spots. Your aggression levels need to be off the charts because you're not just competing for food and territory, you're maintaining an entire societal structure that depends on female dominance. It's exhausting. Imagine having to constantly prove you're the toughest person in the room every minute of every day for your entire life. This testosterone doesn't just affect your behavior, it's literally shaped your body. Besides the obvious pseudopenis situation, you're significantly larger and more muscular than males. Your jaw can crush bones with over 1,100 pounds of pressure per square inch, strong enough to crack open a giraffe femur like it's a breadstick. Your neck muscles are so developed that they create a slight hump, giving you the silhouette of a bodybuilder who's been skipping leg day but never misses traps and delts. You're built like a biological tank with jaws that could qualify as industrial equipment. Let's talk about your daily schedule. You'll spend up to 8 hours a day patrolling territory boundaries, scent marking every few feet to warn other clans to stay away. This isn't a casual stroll. It's a militaristic border control operation where failure means war with neighboring clans. These territorial conflicts aren't symbolic displays of aggression. They're brutal, often fatal battles where the losers aren't just defeated, they're frequently eaten. Hyena clans practice cannibalism against rival clan members as a territory enforcement mechanism. You're not just fighting for land, you're fighting to avoid becoming someone else's protein shake. Hunting is your primary responsibility, and it's nothing like the lazy male lion approach of letting females do all the work and then swooping in for the feast. No, you're the apex predator here, and hunting hyena style is perhaps the most gruesome method of killing in the animal kingdom. Your specialty is the slow chase, pursuing prey for miles until their bodies literally begin to shut down from exhaustion. Imagine running a marathon where the finish line is having your intestines ripped out while you're still alive. That's the hyena hunting experience from the prey's perspective. Your hunting technique involves repeatedly biting chunks out of your still-living prey's hindquarters, stomach, and genitals until they collapse from blood loss and shock. You don't go for the quick kill. You go for maximum suffering and efficiency. It's not personal, it's just that eating animals alive is more energy efficient than waiting for them to die first. Your dinner table manners involve face plunging into a zebra's abdominal cavity while its heart is still beating, competing with your clanmates to consume as much as possible before the carcass is gone. A typical meal lasts under 30 minutes, with an entire 700-pound zebra reduced to scraps of skin and some thoroughly crushed bones that you'll return to snack on later. Speaking of bones, they're a dietary staple for you. Your digestive system is so ridiculously powerful that you can digest entire skeletons, hooves, horns, and teeth. The only things that come out the other end are hairballs and some uniquely white, calcium-rich feces that fossil hunters use to identify ancient hyena dens. Your stomach acid is so corrosive it could probably dissolve a small car given enough time. You're essentially a walking biological waste disposal system. Let's discuss your reproductive future, shall we? After surviving cubhood, siblicide, territorial wars, and the daily violence of hyena society, you'll reach sexual maturity around age 3. This is where things get really grim. Remember that pseudopenis I mentioned? The one you were born through and nursed from? Well, now you get to experience the joy of mating through it. The male has to somehow insert his actual penis into your pseudopenis, which is not only anatomically challenging, but requires a level of cooperation that seems entirely at odds with the rest of hyena society. The mating process is so awkward and painful that many first-time hyena couples never successfully complete it. The male has to perform what amounts to reproductive gymnastics, approaching you from behind while you awkwardly position your pseudopenis out of the way. One wrong move and your instinctive response will be to bite his face off for the offense. It's like trying to parallel park a bus into a motorcycle space while someone threatens you with a chainsaw. If by some miracle conception occurs, you'll carry your cubs for 110 days, which is abnormally long for a carnivore of your size. The entire time, those cubs are growing inside a reproductive tract that has to make a hairpin turn through your pseudopenis to reach the outside world. It's like trying to squeeze a watermelon through a garden hose with a 90-degree bend in the middle. The first birth has a mortality rate of up to 60%. Not for the cubs, for you! Evolution has created a reproductive system so poorly designed that it kills more than half of first-time mothers. And if you do survive, you get to do it all again because spotted hyenas typically have litters every 21 months. Your reproductive career is essentially a series of near-death experiences spaced just far enough apart for you to heal from the last genital trauma before experiencing the next one. Like what you're hearing? Want more brutally honest animal facts that'll make your human problems seem like petty inconveniences? Hit that subscribe button now, because unlike a female hyena, you can click things without worrying that the action might literally split you in half. So the next time you think you're having a bad day, remember the female spotted hyena, born through a pseudopenis, forced to nurse from what looks like male genitalia, required to murder your siblings in infancy, expected to maintain vicious dominance over every male you meet, hunting by literally eating animals alive and then reproducing through an anatomical configuration so poorly designed, it's like trying to deliver a baby through your thumb. Your worst day is her dream scenario. Welcome to existence, female hyena. You're a biological contradiction, an apex predator whose own anatomy is its greatest predator. You've evolved to be simultaneously one of the most successful carnivores on the African savanna, and the victim of what appears to be evolution's most twisted anatomical experiment. Nature has given you dominance, strength, intelligence, and incredible hunting abilities, but paired them with a reproductive system that seems specifically designed to kill you. It's like being given a Ferrari but having to enter and exit it through the tailpipe. The power comes with a price that defies all logic and comfort.